Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be getting into the book of Revelation, and I'm going to be talking about the 7 last plagues, or the vial judgments. These are the 7 bowls of wrath that's going to get poured out during the Great Tribulation, and I want to discuss this a little bit further. In my last devotional on this topic, I did the first vial, and that was the vial of sores, coming on men. They were plagued with grievous sores. And these people that took the mark of the beast were the ones who were plagued with it. If you were a Christian on the earth or someone who didn't take the mark, you would not be plagued. It was those who took the mark of the beast. So now I'm going to be talking about the second plague today. As I get right into the book of Revelation, I'm going to be reading Revelation chapter 16, and I'm going to continue on going through these devotionals all the way to the end of the book. So without further ado, I'm going to be jumping right into Revelation chapter 16, and I'm going to read verse 3. And I believe that God has a word for you today. So I'm going to jump right in, and I'm going to read verse number 3. But I'm going to read the first couple of verses just so we can bring it up to this point. And it says, "And I heard a voice, a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, 'Go your ways, pour out your vials of the wrath of God upon the earth.'" Verse 2 says, "And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome, grievous sore upon men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image." So that's the first vial. Now the second vial judgment is this: "And the second angel poured out his vial upon the sea, and it became as the blood of dead men, and every living soul died in the sea." So this is the second vial in Revelation. The first one, grievous sores on people who took the mark of the beast. Notice how it wasn't Christians. Christians on the earth, these tribulation saints, they're not appointed under wrath. So whether you believe in pre-trib, mid-trib, or post-trib, doesn't matter. Christians that are on the earth during that time will be protected by these judgments, because this is the wrath of God, it says right here. And God has not appointed us unto wrath. So I believe God will protect his own. Will there be martyrs during the tribulation? Absolutely. Will there be Christians that get beheaded because they didn't take the mark? Absolutely. But you know what? They will get a better resurrection because they stayed faithful to God. So in verse 3, it says, "The second angel poured out the vial." This vial is a bowl. And it says, "upon the sea." Now this judgment came upon the sea. And we know that this is similar to the trumpet judgment in the book of Revelation chapter 8, verse 8 and 9. It talks about how the angel poured out the trumpet judgment. He blew the trumpet judgment and poured out his plague upon the earth. And the seas turned into blood. And a third of everything had perished. And the sea became as blood, and it was polluted. And what I believe that was could easily be a meteorite with residual pollution that hit the water, totally hit it to a point where it was undrinkable. There's no animal that could live. So all the fish, lobsters, anything, any kind of seafood at all, anything in the sea was completely decimated. Here it says, "The second angel poured out his vial upon the sea, and it became as blood of dead men." The seas were like red. It was like stench. Every kind of fish was dead. Just think about it. Every living thing that died in the sea was there. Imagine the stench and disease that will accompany this event. And so we look at our water, our drinking water right now, tap water. I mean, all of the things, chlorine, all the things that they put in it, it's just chemicals. It's deadly to a point if you keep drinking it. Bottled water, there's chemicals in it. I've done filtration systems. I went to a place and filtered it out, had it looked at, and there's chemicals in the water. Every time you drink a bottled water, you're getting chemicals. Our food, if it's non-GMO, it could be okay, but just think about it. Why does it say non-GMO? You know what GMO represents? Genetically modified organisms. What are those? These are very dangerous. They are a plant animal or microbe that has been DNA altered through genetic engineering. This process of doing this, of modifying DNA in a way that doesn't occur naturally, and this is put in your food, DNA altering. Animals are putting in your food, chemicals put in your food, microbes put in your food, metals put in your food. It's GMO. Why does it say non-GMO? Because the GMO is deadly. Why? Most of the food that's sold at supermarkets are GMO. You have to look for non-GMO. And even if you get it, if it's not organic, chemicals are still in the food. So you need organic, non-GMO food in order to have a healthy meal today. And they're spraying in the sky, look up. I mean, that's not contrails. It is chemtrails with barium and aluminum and all kinds of chemicals. This is what they're putting everywhere. And then God is going to pour out his vials and it's going to hit the earth and then the whole ocean's going to be destroyed. I want to encourage you. You say, what do I do? Get filtration, water filtration if you can. Get a bug out bag, prepare. Get things like rice and beans and things that'll last, because the tribulation period, if we enter in and the rapture had not yet occurred, we have supplies that we need. And you know what? We can survive during that time. We can survive even with pollution. But here, the water is going to be so bad at that point, it's just going to destroy everything. Look what it says. The second angel poured out his vial upon the sea and it became his blood. So it's going to be devastating. Anyway, if you're enjoying this content in this video, I want to ask you if you could smash that subscribe button right now. And if you could put a like on this video as well, it would really help it out a lot. So anyway, look what it says here. It says the second angel poured out his vial upon the sea and it became his blood of dead men, and every living soul in the sea died. Now just think about how much devastation and stench and pollution and death there would be. And how can you survive? How can you survive when the waters are being so polluted? The only way you can survive is through Jesus Christ. Now, I believe God will protect the tribulation saints that are on the earth during this time. There will be Christians on the earth. Some, yes, will be beheaded. Some, yes, will be persecuted. Some, yes, will be forced to either take the mark or be beheaded. And there's going to be a lot of Christians that will be beheaded. I'll tell you this, if I'm on the earth during that time, I'm hoping and believing that it will be taken up before then. But just say, theoretically, or just say hypothetically, I'm on the earth. What am I going to do? If I'm faced with that choice, I'll take the guillotine, because one, I'll be with Jesus for all eternity. And two, I'll get a better resurrection. According to the book of Hebrews, I'll be a martyr for Christ. I'll have eternal rewards that are beyond anything I could ever imagine. But God can help you make it through that if you're living through it. A lot of people believe they'll be gone pre-trib. A lot of people believe it'll be mid-trib. A lot of people believe that it's going to be all the way to the end, post-trib. But whatever it is, we need to be prepared because it's getting so close, beloved. Jesus is coming back soon. We need to be ready. And so this is the second plague. The first plague, the wrath of God, is grievous sores. These are going to be horrible. They're going to be devastating. A noisome, grievous sore is going to be poured out on men. Possibly malignant sores. And they're going to be scratching and aching and feeling like they want to die. Then the second plague, the wrath of God. The seas are going to be destroyed and polluted. Could be nuclear fallout, could be meteors, it could be some kind of cosmic disturbance. Whatever it is, God's going to pour his judgment upon the earth because these people won't repent. But anyway, that's going to be it for the second part of this message. I'm going to be doing the third vial in my next video, which is coming up soon. So I hope you continue to watch these videos as I continue to teach Revelation. And I appreciate your support. So anyway, I'll be doing another video up for you soon. And always, thank you for watching.